Greetings, my friends! Mr. Koga here with our next lab. Hello, it's me. I'm here. So here's our next lab, and it is the Santa Cruz Island Fox Raft Racers. What a title for this project, but it's going to be so awesome. All right, so this paper is all you need to be successful in this project and to build your Santa Cruz Island Raft Racer. So we're going to follow step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And everything is listed here. It tells you exactly what to do and how to build your car. So we're going to use this to really help make our car as awesome as possible. All right, so for this project, for this lab, you're going to need a few things. A pen or pencil, a scissors, these 2 white straws, these 2 metal axles. Okay, these are what are going to be helping our wheels to spin. Metal axles. Very cool. 4 wheels. You can choose any color you want. A little picture of our Santa Cruz Island Fox. We got to include him, of course. Our raft that Santa Cruz Island Fox is going to be riding on. And notice when I hold the cardboard sideways, okay? It's called corrugated cardboard when it has like a wavy pattern on the inside. But this is important because this is going to help us to put our axle on. And, oh, you can actually see straight through it right there. But, yeah, important part of the cardboard, it's hollow on the inside. Then we also have our motor, our fan, and our battery pack. We also have a roll of tape to secure it. And we have our directions. Okay, let's look at our directions. Step number 1, cut both white straws to this length. All right, cool. Get our 2 white straws right here. And I'm just going to put it onto the line. Okay, and I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Remember, one of the most important things we're learning about in science is that experiments and things in science don't always have to be perfect. Sometimes, as long as they're close and it demonstrates a certain phenomenon, that's perfect. All right, so I'm gonna mark it a little bit with my pen so I know where to cut. Okay, so there's my little mark. I'm gonna cut this piece off. Pew! See? Then, to save myself time, instead of remeasuring, I'm just going to put the other straw next to this straw and just cut it to the same exact length. Bye! So now, I have 2 straws that are the proper length. Okay, step 1, check. Step number 2, cut out this rectangle. Mark the 2 lines on your cardboard raft. Okay, so I'm going to cut out this rectangle, and then I'm going to mark these 2 dark lines, because this is going to mark where to put my axle. If you put your axle on crooked, or if your wheels, the wheels are pointed like in a certain direction, your car might start just turning. It's not going to go straight. So we have to really make sure that our axles are on super straight. I cannot emphasize that enough. All right, and I think this is pretty cool because this direction sheet is kind of interactive. It's not just like step 1, 2, 3, 4. You kind of got to interact with it. Okay, so it says cut out this rectangle, mark 2 lines on your cardboard raft. So now I'm going to grab my cardboard raft. I'm going to take this rectangle that I cut out. I'm going to place it onto the cardboard raft, kind of like right in the middle. So you have some space hanging off here, some space hanging off there. And then I'm going to mark this line with my pen or my pencil. Okay, so you want to really make sure it's straight. If it's not straight, your car is going to go like this. Bye! Or it might just go really slow because it's like fighting itself. Okay, so hold the paper down very firmly and mark that line. And do the same exact thing for the other line. Like that. Okay, so now this rectangle is done. I can kind of put it on the side, and now I have my car or my raft with 2 lines marking where I should put the axles. Okay, all right, so let's go to step 3. Step 3 says wheels and axles. So there's 2 ways to put the axles and the wheels on. First way is tape the white straws onto the lines that you marked on your cardboard. So first way is you could just grab your 2 white straws, put them on top of the lines, get some tape, and then tape it up. Okay, so let me try and do this one like that, actually. So you get some tape, And there is no secret to doing this. You just gotta experiment, just add some tape. You find out it's not strong enough, add more tape. There's no secret to this. There's no like trick. It's just about trying something, like assessing it, trying something again, checking to see, did that work? No? Okay, let's try it a different way. Did that work? No. So this is on, right? But it's not really strong. So I'm gonna put a bunch of tape. A bunch of tape. And ooh, you know what would lock it in? Is if I put tape across here and across here. Because that locks in the strappies that are going across. Okay, so I'm just gonna put on a bunch of this tape. And after I put this on, like that's not gonna come off because there's two different points where I'm anchoring it down here. Okay, so same thing for the front. And this is gonna look messy. This isn't gonna look perfect. It's gonna look kind of ugly in some parts. Like the tape over here is like hanging off the edge. But just get a scissors, just boom, back to normal. We're all good. So there's the first one, okay? That's the first method, taping it on. The second method is where we use the corrugated cardboard, the hollow inside. So here, I'm gonna take it, and then I'm just gonna look where the line is, and then you see these little openings? I'm just gonna put the straw inside of that opening. Boom, done. That's locked in there. Can't really see it, but it's in there. Okay? All right, next step after that. Step B, connect one wheel to the axle. Grab one wheel, connect it. You gotta kind of push it down, and you'll feel it go, ooh, it'll like clunk in, okay? Letter C, slide the axle into the white straw and check that it spins freely. So I'm gonna take the white straw and the axle, put it inside. Oh yeah, it spins. All right, then D, connect the other wheel to the axle and press it down. Get the other wheel. And this is kind of hard. You gotta be a little strong. And then press it down. So what you want to have is called play. You see how I can move it back and forth? If yours is so like tight that you can't even go like this, your wheels are not going to spin. You see how these ones spin? It's because the wheels have a little bit of play. They can go back and forth a little bit. Okay, then letter E, do the same thing for the other axle. So connect one wheel, stick it into the white straw, boop, connect the other wheel. Boop. And we have a car that actually rolls. But I want this car to roll on its own. So let's keep going. All right, step 4. Tape your battery to the middle of your cardboard. Leave enough room for your motor to fit. All right, sounds good. So I'm just gonna probably put it like right here at the back of the car. And I'm gonna do the same thing I did with this bottom part. I'm gonna go around the entire car so that battery pack does not move. Get a bunch of tape. And then I'm gonna tape it down on here. And then I'm just gonna go around the whole entire car with the tape until I feel like the battery pack is not gonna move. Like there, I put some tape, that's all I planned on, but this battery pack doesn't feel sturdy. It doesn't feel locked in. So I'm gonna go around again. And this is Rosie Revere engineer. This is Iggy Peck architect. This is Ada Twist scientist. Those kids did not follow instructions and just look at, oh, okay, step B says this, so that's all I'm gonna do. They made mistakes, they tested, and they kept trying different things. So that's how your car is really gonna work, is when you try different things. All right, tape the battery down, left enough room for my motor. Now, we have to see if the motor is gonna fit on the cardboard without touching the ground. Because when I did this originally, I put it on, and my motor, the fan, was hitting the ground. Do you see how low it is? It's hitting the ground. Like the wheels can't even touch right now if I put it down. So I need to lift up the motor. Okay, I need to lift it up a little bit and put something underneath the motor so that it'll kind of lift this off and lift it high enough so it's not scraping the ground when I put it down. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to get little pieces of cardboard, little pieces of spare cardboard that I have lying around. And I'm just gonna get like a couple of little pieces and then create like a little step. Something that I can lift up this little motor with, like that. So now, when I put the motor down on the wheels, look, it has enough of a lift that it's not scraping on the ground, and everything can move freely. This part's a little bit tricky because you're gonna have to really like just try to stick it down somehow. Like I'm having a little bit of trouble, so you might have a little bit of trouble. Okay, so same thing. I'm just gonna start taping, and I'm just gonna keep going until that motor is not gonna move anymore. Okay, and so you might need to ask a friend for help. You might need to use like little tools. Like I'm gonna grab my pen so I can get this tape down here. Ooh, and see now I realize, oh, I can go around the whole entire thing like I have been doing. All I gotta do is use my little tool to like push the tape. Okay, so, and as I'm going, I'm gonna kind of like I'm gonna recheck it. I'm gonna make sure, like, is it still off the ground? Is it scraping? I don't want it to scrape. So I'm noticing it's a little too close. It's a little too close to the ground, so I'm gonna adjust it a little bit more. I'm gonna add another piece of cardboard under there. And now that looks better to me. That looks a lot better. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure the motor's like in the center. And then I'm just gonna start going around. Simple as that. Simple as pie. Okay. All right, because we don't want that motor falling off in the middle of our races or the middle of our journey to Santa Cruz Island. Aha! Okay. And there you have it. It's pretty much done with the fan, motor, all that good stuff built into it. And you might have to adjust it a little bit. Like I'm noticing it's a little too close to there, but let's try test it out. Whoa! So something's hitting it. So let's move some things around. You know, be a scientist and try it again. Oh God. Okay, so main idea is you're gonna have to do a lot of experimenting, a lot of tinkering. It's not gonna just happen the first try. If it does, you're lucky. Okay. Ah, that's the sound. All right, so we adjusted it, we made everything fit. The last thing we have to add is our passenger, the Santa Cruz Island Fox. So what you could do is easily just bend the white part that's on the bottom, just bend it down like that. Okay, so then now look, he can kind of stand up. And then I'm just gonna tape him onto my battery pack right here so it stands up. So a little bit of tape. It's not gonna be perfect, since it's gonna be messy. It's, you know, gonna have tape hanging all over the place. I put pressure on the car, and the car just bent because it's cardboard. So that too, you gotta be careful. Can't be too rough with it. Yeah, boy, look at that. The Santa Cruz Island Fox Raft Racer is done. But it's not done until we prove the concept, until we test it. So, to end this video, here you go. Santa Cruz Island Fox Racer. Bye!